Hello there, everybody. Getting ready to play gloures. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. For my league match, and it is also a Necromancer cage match. So it should be interesting. So let's go ahead and consider the board. We have no village besides printing things, I suppose. There is quite a good deal of extra VP available in the form of vampire or not vampire, duchy, duke potentially. This is a bit of a messy board, I suppose. It's not the easiest. Ooh, he hit a 5-2. That's really nice. I wish I had a 5-2. So it's not the easiest board to build on. It's not clear that you want to. You can you can use vampires, I guess, to do duchy dukes to some degree. I think I'm gonna open with the potion hermit. It's not clear to me still though how to continue beyond that. I'll just play it by ear. You know, it wouldn't be crazy to try and do vampire. I've never played it, but I suppose you can do vampire, duchy, duke. Is maybe, well, you know, the trashing isn't so great in that situation, though. Maybe if you just trash, you know, one estate at a time, that's okay. As far as getting the bats back into vampires. That didn't hurt me at all, that hex. So that's good for me. It's certainly possible to build a deck that draws here. It just takes a long time. For sure. So now I have to decide if I want a madman. I guess it's probably better than just taking a pawn here. If he goes for duchy duke, then I will certainly have to try and win all the keep points and some provinces, which should be doable, to be honest. In theory, if I hit apothecary before, he probably has his, yeah. Well, that's pretty sad that I lost an apothecary. If I had drawn the apothecary in this hand, I would have had a reasonable shot of drawing deck, and which I still have a shot at here. So I can Buy a prince now, if I would like. I don't quite have enough to get... I don't quite have enough to get to the... get 9 or sorry 10 and buy pawn and the prince, or apothecary and the prince. But I can get a prince and trash and gain like a pawn or a harbinger or whatever. So that's pretty good, I think. And I do find a pair right away, which is quite fortunate. Apparently we're just going to... I have envious. What's envious do? Nothing to me. Okay. I can deal with that. I can deal with a card that does nothing to me, I suppose. Have I trashed all my states? You got a silver there. Trying to think if I really need the silver yet. Probably not. There goes his madman. Oh, there's an apothecary in there now. That's cute. We'll have to pick up a necromancer for sure. I didn't even really notice when he got one. I'll probably spend my next 5 on a vampire myself. I think. You got a nice locust for sure. On me. He has a lot of pawns, which you know, I mean, they're fine, I guess. They're not very exciting. I still don't know exactly where he intends to go with his deck. But I don't really need cards or actions, but I could use buy here. Certainly. I can't decide if getting the hermit really does much for me. Probably, well, I could have 7 and 2 buys. So I could get... Well, I could have more buys than that, really. I could get... a necro and a apothecary this turn. Which would let me... I just need 6 for that. Let me play the hermit. which is alright. I could get a silver. I don't know if I want a silver, to be honest. But I mean, I could have got the vampire there too, right? But he does not. He's not going to be in a position to build like I will be, which I'm happy about. These are pretty useless. Would have been nicer to just leave the old pawn. Well, no, this is fine. We'll just draw the silver. Drawing the pawn doesn't particularly help us. I don't think I'm missing some clever thing to do, although it's possible. I kind of wish I had. Well, it would have been nice to manage 10 there, but this is fine. So. I didn't have a way to hit 10, did I? No. If I had a pawn, if there were a pawn in the trash, we could do it. Maybe that'd be worth putting a pawn in the trash for. I'm playing pretty slow. Maybe pretty is too generous. I'm playing very slow. Maybe is the better word for it. I'm gonna get another prince. And then maybe I'll get my vampire. I didn't know he had another madman. I'm not paying great attention to his deck. So he is going to get in a couple vampire plays here. I'm curious what he'll go for. Now he gets a prince. Okay. So now he's coming back and building some. That's a little scary. I was hoping he would just continue to not build. Or not really build so much. That's a fine hex to receive, to be honest. It's not really much trouble. So far the hexes haven't really hurt me. The delusion wouldn't be great. That's alright. It's not great for this turn, but still it's okay. Because of because of the stuff, because of the things and the stuff. I should probably get a vampire so that I can gain patrols and stuff. I wouldn't mind princing the Harbinger, but that's still doable. We don't have to make our final pawn decisions just yet. I guess we want to do it like this. Well, there's a question there, right? It might be good to just leave the Necromancer on top. Not if I want money, though. So I gotta do card buy. Yeah. Okay. Now there is a pawn in the trash, so in the event that that ever really matters, that will be a thing. Okay, so get that. Pretty happy to have the two princes down. He's killing off his pawns, which is, I think, a reasonable play. He's just batting this turn, right? He just, so far his I've come off pretty easy on the vampire attacks. So getting that junk last turn was not nothing, but I don't think it'll be the worst thing ever. So he gets a Necromancer side. I should try for that. That's nice to start with an Apothecary. It's not quite as big a deal for him, of course, since he's got no coppers, but it's still nice to open with. We may whiff here on drawing. We did not, which is good. I'm not sure what I want to buy here, though. Well, I doubt if I need more than 2 buys. What is famine? Well, I don't know. I doubt that'll matter at all. This is a great opening hand for me. We haven't, it's already turned 12 and we haven't really done anything. Or not much. So you don't want to, I guess you don't want to really get in a position where you can't pursue it, the variety of points that are available here. So well, this doesn't matter. Not particularly. And I lose a Harbinger, but that's fine. I can put an Apothecary on top of my deck. Shouldn't really need any more actions. Hopefully don't need any more buys. Or cards. Whatever these things are. So I think coin buy is pretty safe. Did I buy a prince last turn? Well, what did I do? I guess I bought a prince. So yeah, I might want actions. I can try and get my Necromancer set aside this turn. What did he buy? Pawn and a prince. Yeah, that's fine. So let's go with action coin. That's pretty good. That's not quite so good. Which is a euphemism for that's sort of cruddy. I can just print another pawn. That's maybe fine as well. The silvers are really great with my apothecary deck, you know. That's a classic combo. Okay, I don't really have to play the hermit. I can, of course, zombie apprentice past this stuff. If I'm willing to lose the hermit for now, I can get it back, or get another one anyway. Maybe that's the best for this turn. Where's that guy? Okay. I just want to trash 1 copper, I guess. Well, I could trash 2. So this could be another vampire. It could be like vampire necromancer. That's pretty good. I wish I had gotten another buy somewhere, since I have some extra cash. Zer, if you could please mute yourself, that would be great. Thank you. Yeah, I'm playing this one really slow. I don't know why. I'm feeling a little lethargic. That's nice. You can do some strategic zombie masoning here. Probably works okay. So the piles are a bit low. I may turn to the duchies just as a... just a way of threatening the green. Something like that. There the bats are lowering for sure. Let's see what we're working with here. I need to take probably some buy stuff and some actions. Coin is maybe what I need the least, but it's not easy in any case for me to decide this. These are certainly decent enough apothecaries. If the apothecaries can trip, that's about as much as I really need from them. Okay. How much money am I gonna have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $12. 3 buys. Okay. I don't know what this does for me. This is like worth some points. They get a silver. Don't know that that really mattered, but he is deluded. What does poverty do? That's pretty good. Want to keep adding patrols. Some patrols anyway. That silver was maybe a little questionable. Might have been better to be a pawn, but he can of course at any point get a potion for 5 points pretty easily. He doesn't have copper, so well, I'm not sure exactly what his deck state is, but I would guess I'm thinking it might be a little hard for him to exchange his bats. He might not have stuff to trash to them. I guess he's going to be all green this turn, or all green and treasure anyway, since he can't buy. He has one vampire, I have one vampire. He has a bat, I have two bats. So I guess he probably won't follow me on duchies, but I think if he doesn't, I think I'll win pretty easily. I think I can sort of straggle along with the cruddy deck, or the piles can go or something. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, here he's got another prince. And he's just not putting out much cash, is he? So he got a vampire in hand. You know what would be nice is to get the curse one again. Miserable is okay. It would have been nice to get the curse one though. That would have been awesome actually. So he bought a copper and a gold. He's not really moving anywhere with that. Or he's not headed anywhere exciting. I think I'm gonna take well, probably I'll draw the deck. How many terminals do I need to play? I got a couple patrols to play, and maybe like a necro as a hermit potentially. Of course, I can switch some of the pawns over to whatever I need them to be. So in that sense, that was really nice patrol. Here's a nice apothecary. I may be able to just top deck an apothecary here and draw all this stuff. The question is whether I want to try and gain and play something with the whatever it's called. I guess I can't hide this screen, so I don't know how many hermits there are left. Which would be nice to know. Well, there's most of the deck again. Well, we'll see if he'll let me. I don't think I'm going to. I just want to put the he doesn't have to accept it if he doesn't want to, but I don't know. I meant to draw the silver, not the. Is he gone? Or is he thinking? Because if he doesn't want to give it, that's fine. If he's having any hesitation, that's fine. I'll just not take it. But maybe he's gone. Which would be reasonable. My turns are taking forever. Alright, let's just go on. There, I get to leave one on top anyway. Alright, so what do we have here? 713. You just need to have 12 again. And 3 buys, but preferably. And then I need to trash 2 coppers. So there's so many pawns in here. He was disconnected. It was fine anyway. Envious would do a little bit of damage here. Oh, we got a mint. When did a mint get in there? Did he buy a mint last time? Ah, I see. I'll mint things too. Maybe. Not gold, but I don't have any of those. I can mint a potion. I could mint a potion and then zombie mason it. That would be neat. That's probably not gonna happen. I should at least kind of be on the lookout for zombie mason as a way to potentially end the game. And he's actually lowering the piles for me, so okay, so we at least see enough here. We can play a patrol. These don't quite work out maybe the way you best desire them to, but pretty good anyway still. There's all the coppers, so maybe worthwhile to stick this apothecary down here. Well, it probably won't matter, will it? I'm gonna play the apothecary. I got 2 vampire plays. I'm gonna have a necro down at the bottom here. 2 necros at the bottom actually. So we could empty the duchies here pretty easily, and then I don't know if is he gonna resign. Is he? I don't have it in hand, do I? I'm pretty confused now. Well, all right, that one's to me. We're taking that as a formal resignation. I think he went first because he had the 5-2. Okay, so here we have no villages to speak of. Not even a prince. I guess the night watchman trick doesn't really work quite the same. Unless they buy it. I can just open silver. Maybe silver develop. Realistically, you're gonna play stables and witches, I guess. I mean, you don't have to play witch, I suppose. You could just do develop and do stables. Or expedition. This is a pretty nice draw. It's a bit of an old-fashioned board, maybe. I could develop my witch into gold necromancer. That might be cute. I might do that if they collide just because it's fun. Though if they already have a necromancer, it's not quite as cute. Do I want a second witch here? Or do I want a gold? Usually a couple witches are pretty good. Sometimes stables are nice. Let me think. I want to get to just the end. Stables are going to involve every card, so yeah. I think this is right. Oh no, because I want to play the witch. Yeah, this wasn't quite right, but it's all good. It's not that big of a shuffle. Or it won't end up being that big of a shuffle. I hope. This was not great, but it's okay. It's not bad. No, what a rotten draw. Could have been gold there. I'm not real clear on whether these stables are better than gold or not. I'm also not clear on like expeditions versus silvers. But I'm going to buy one silver here and just hope that I do draw some stables in the upcoming hand. He gets Night Watchman, which just looked like a good time for it. Well, we do have some stables, so that's something. He does too, unfortunately. He'll probably get to his witch. So a bit. Bit of a sad shuffle here. Well, not really. Okay, so this is not hardly a spot where I can Night Watchman. we'll finish these curses up and then go on our merry way. He still has all his... Oh, we didn't get to quite finish the curses up. This turn, I guess he'll probably give me one and I'll give him one, and then we'll just get to green. And I don't know how that's going to work out, to be honest. I guess we split the curses. Some of my silvers maybe ought to have been expeditions. That's not too bad. I don't know if he'll do the provinces. I would probably pick province if I were him, although, you know. I don't think gold makes much sense. I think province is a clear option here if you are going to tax something. Though in theory we can just cycle around and someone can just refuse to buy the province, right? Like, just play the stables, go around. Like, I can buy the last stables. I can keep playing develops if I draw them and clean up, and there's nothing that says I need to buy the province right away. Though I would rather hit something a little better with the develop. Well, this is pretty fine. Whoa. I meant to buy the province. I forgot the gold would gain automatically on the develop. That was my mistake. So, I wonder if another night watchman is in order. I'm gonna expedition, but I feel pretty good about my chances. 1, 2, 3, blah, blah. So I can stop here, or I can try and get to the bridge or the develop or something. Can't quite say I see the point of it. I mean, I get to do Night Watchman, so that's nice. And of course, playing a developer or a bridge here would probably be good. Just quite a few of the stables, of course, are here in the hand. Let's just wait. And also nice treasure anyway, so. I don't think it would have been crazy to trigger that shuffle, but since you're gonna at least see, like, put, 8 more cards, so you were gonna, there's sort of a limit to how bad of a shuffle is going to be for you, but he's still just behind on economy, so maybe I'm just getting lucky shuffles, or I hit 8. almost wonder if it's better again here to just stop when you have 8 in hand, because there's no real guarantee the stables will leave you with 8 after you play it. And all you want to do is hit province here, so why not stop? I mean, again, of course, there's upside. You might draw a nice terminal that lets you do something else, but this would be a hard board to come back from a 3-0 province deficit. Typically, I mean, there's some other VP here, but I'm not gonna. When I miss 8, if I have 5, I'll take a duchy or I'll buy an expedition or whatever. It's fortunate he's having some connection issues. There he has a nice draw, almost a double province even. He may do province duchy, although I don't know. Well, I mean, it's reasonable. Expedition is also quite reasonable. This is just me drawing to try and hit the develop, which I do. It's probably better to get silver than to trash curse, I think. And with him still not, an expedition is pretty good, but I'll just go with this. I kind of have a feeling this next hand is crap. There's a lot of green cards, maybe. I should have been tracking. There, this is a province, actually. So it's certainly possible to double province here. This probably will be he may be able to duchy with the develop, though he may just be trashing a curse or something. You can duchy tunnel with a develop play even. Oh, he didn't have 8 even. Okay. Oh, that's a rough shuffle with 3 stables out. I don't think I'm playing Night Watchman there. Though he does certainly have a handful of junk if he only had $3 or whatever. But I'm not convinced, though. Maybe it was the right call. This is an abysmal hand, but it bodes pretty well for the rest of my shuffle. And since I have like plenty of time, or hopefully, I guess if he doubled provinces right here, it's bad news, but that would take something. Now he'll probably get into the expeditions. So he's gonna double expedition. So he's really looking for the double province, which I think is correct. One province here is he's not really gonna catch me very easily. Again, I don't have a lot of incentive to play the stables there, because there's a chance it drops me below 8 actually. So I gotta remember to turn spec chat off, and we'll swap player order here. So their Necromancer didn't see any play, although it could have. I mean, you could have made a developed play with it at some point. Or just played with one in general. Yeah, I don't know how much of the extra stuff I added is worth it, but somehow I got ahead of them there. I don't know if it was I had really good draws at the start with my develop, I guess. I had no problem hitting 5s while still getting in some develop plays, so it didn't cost me any tempo to have the develop. Now we've switched to a hopefully more stable internet. I have a 5.2, which is super great here. I'll go ahead and open with the lighthouse, I think. There's not actually a huge amount to build here, other than, you know, just having quarry and workers village is just sort of a big action gaining fiesta unto itself. So certainly quarries are really nice. I would take another quarry if I were him. I mean, I'm gonna play with 2 quarries here. The vampire is mostly to get to the bat. I'll almost certainly be, vampire misses. Almost certainly be playing with a nut. I'll probably get 2 quarries here. He's diluted, which may be a really nice hit, though he might be able to just get vampire. Yeah, so he did hit 5 anyway, so it didn't hurt him too much. I'm gonna take a workers village here. He bought, he gained that's right. So the vampire works with the quarry, so that's a pretty cute interaction. I did not pair them. I have been drawing my night cards at the bottom of shuffles a lot, which is not friendly to me. But that's life. I guess I'll gain a plunder. Do I want a second lighthouse? I don't think I do. It might have been the thing to get a Necromancer. Wow. Yeah. It's nice that the plunders kind of were revealed right at that particular time. I guess I don't know if I want the plunder or the nobles for sure. Certainly the encampments are not necessary for this deck to run, and the nobles are a lot more important in that case, in that instance. So that was not ideal. My nobles hid, which is sad, but he fortunately is just getting plunders there, which, like I said, they're not, the plunders are in no way like essential to this deck's functioning, and in fact get in a little bit of a way of what you want to do. Which is buy a lot of these things. So I didn't find the other lighthouse, which I would have liked, although I guess he doesn't have vampires right now, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, this is fine. Well, yeah, this should still work out okay. I may not draw everything, but no, it looks like I probably will. Probably will get the buys to end it on the lighthouses. Yeah, in fact, just barely. Just make sure. 2 vampires. Yeah. Alright. So 5-2 really great. Not sure if there's much. I don't know if there was another thing that happened. I didn't feel like my draws were all that great past that point, but they were okay, I guess. Now we have Puka and Swindler. Puka without any other trashing. Well, besides, you know, your zombie mason. So well, Swindler could be a pain in the butt here. 3-3, I mean, it's possible to just skip the curses, right? Open Swindler, go from there. You hit their curse golds, it's not so great. It's not the best Swindler board ever, because if you hit the shelters, it's kind of helpful. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Maybe the Necromancer is the real power card. It seems so weird. I really don't know how to play these boards with Puka. That's no lie. I'm gonna open Puka Silver, I think. I don't intend to see. This is kind of what happens. I guess it's just rewards. I need a Necromancer pretty badly. Can't get this menagerie to go. Not that it should, but it can. I mean, I have as much of that kind of stuff as him. His Swindler will hit my Necro here, for sure. Necromancer. Not Necropolis. Nope, just a copper. Yeah, so my Puka is going to swiftly be super sad. That's okay. I can live with that. Now he's done with swindling. He's not done with swindling. He's only just begun. Just like the Carpenters. I have a really bad deck. He is hitting this menagerie though, and this village stuff. There's a nice stonemason courtyard combo you can do. See, that's really cute. I hope I bought a courtyard, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, I'm holding it. Well, gee. I must have bought one then. Seems straightforward enough to me. I mean, I have a lot of vagrants. You can definitely say that about my vagrant situation. I have some. Despite whatever has gone on here, I'm not like puts a curse in their hand. Interesting. Look at these. Yeah, he didn't even know that he was really just. Maybe I'll get the Necropolis now. Oh yeah, I trashed my Necropolis. That's life. Oh, I can play. That's amazing. That's probably the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. So, what card? Now there's a village for everyone. He even has 2 villages. Pretty neat. I wouldn't kill my courtyard because, like, you can use that to set up your your things, your stonemasons, your zombie masons. Look at the cursed gold finally did me something good. What a heroic cursed gold. That's kind of friendly. I wonder if he'll want to take that back. I don't care if he undoes. He's gonna win anyway. I mean, I don't care. It's like 2 lines up in the log. It's just known information. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not even gracious of me, because it's just, he's gonna win. Anyway. It's not like I've done something generous. Oh, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting all the different. I guess the full variety of cards that are in the trash right now. Like, this is a really sweet Necromancer board. And I am not really playing it as such. The only hope is that, like, somehow he, like, forgets to score any points or something. This is a great, great Necromancer board. I wonder how many times I botched up my Necromancer play. I just forget everything that's in here. Probably several. Oh, he reveals a Necromancer. So confused. I was so confused. Is there a menagerie in the trash yet? Yeah, there is. There's everything. There's everything. Except a Necromancer itself. Otherwise, we've got well, we don't have a Margrave in there yet. That's our one failure. Still no one has won. I shouldn't have said that, although no one had one. That's what I meant. This is gonna be a close one. This is a really neat board, actually. He's played it considerably better than me. Let's move on. I don't think he's gonna mess it up from there. I'm gonna just stop buying pukas. I haven't learned how to do it. So maybe the answer is you just don't. I know some people say that. I'm not fully convinced, but certainly there it didn't do me any good. We got a real village problem here. Nothing. No trashing to speak of. A cemetery. Cemeteries, I guess, a little bit of trashing to speak of. You can, I don't know what you can do here. You can do like Golem Council Room if you want to try and build. Man, I sure would not be confident of that working at all. You can play Council Room Big Money. I don't know. Like, do you get a Noble Brigand with that? Probably not. He buys a Sage. He gets a gold. Seems reasonable. I hope I have 5 here. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna buy a Council Room before a gold for sure. He may get a nice cemetery. He did not go for it though. Probably I will take a relic here. I don't know whether to play this. This is probably, I mean, the shuffles aren't that long. I have a decent chance of hitting a nice cemetery. I'll have to think. I can even get up to eight. Well, 8's not especially exciting, but I didn't find any estates, right? So that's not as maybe as compelling. If I had found 3 estates or 2 estates, it becomes a little more appealing. So maybe here, since I'm getting again the big hand, although of course it requires me to draw the thing. He may run. Oh, okay. So he gets his next cemetery in. I don't know that trashing is like a huge boon to you here. In general, it's not necessarily the biggest deal whenever there's Council Room Big Money. Again, I'm not going to cemetery there for 1 estate trash. To me, it just does not look worth it. He is going super heavy on that. The cemeteries do get in the way with the... I guess he's gonna windfall. That was the plan. It's reasonable. We'll see how it goes. I'm almost ready to duchy here. I'll probably take one more. I don't know if a relic actually hurts him. I may take another council room. This is pretty rough. This is really rough. That I didn't get the 8 off it. That'll make things pretty tough, actually. Now the council rooms are hiding. This is gonna be a slaughter, actually. But I'm gonna draw my other council. Hey, I didn't do that at least. That's something. Well, now it's not necessarily the worst thing ever. Of course, he can easily province and duchy pretty nicely. Or double province. That's also a thing. Well, I just have to go for it. I'm not gonna catch him otherwise. If I found my council room here, I suppose, but he'll have it there. So I guess the cemetery's paid off. I'll never question again. I mean, there was nothing stopping me from doing something similar, so I just didn't do it. This is got some stuff. It's got some stuff going on here. I guess I'm gonna go with the potion opening. You don't have to, but it seems pretty good. Would have preferred, of course, to have a little less money in this hand, but that's life. Yeah, this is not my favorite. I would have taken an exorcist given the option. He, of course, he didn't get it either, so probably I'm still okay with an exorcist. It may be better to be just a secret passage. This is a little rough. The university misses and I draw this stuff. Maybe a little more than a little rough. Okay, this is just, I'm just a dead man. It's not quite that bad, but I'm just being overly pessimistic. Okay, so I really do think he ought to have put a Margrave in the deck before the shuffle, but that's his choice. It's so. I mean, please at least buy a Margrave. Jeez. Um, he won the governor split 6-4, maybe 7-3. Maybe 7-3. So I'm going to have to get all my draw from Margraves, which is doable, I guess. It's still going to be a real challenge. I won't have anything like the pile threat he will have. I can start clearing out silvers, which is pretty nice. Don't know that I really want a mystic at this stage. I suppose I ought to have known that this bit of the hand was a little cruddy. Though if he's going to draw me up here, I'll take it. I guess I would say my potential advantage here is in thinning. And then there's always some chance we can get a 3 pile on him on the death cards, though that won't be trivial. I can fully clean up here, and in fact even buy a province. Not fully clean up, but get pretty clean. This overgrown estate trash takes away my farming village top deck, but that's not the worst thing ever. I'm a bit surprised at the farmland gain, to be honest. Okay. He didn't give me any money, unfortunately. How many buys do we get off Margraves here? 6 or 7? I mean, then we don't need a great deal to empty the ruins. We don't need much at all, really. Yeah, I think this should be doable. Did I discard a university? I did discard a university, so I do have to get back around to that. But that should be doable. Then we have to figure out how to buy enough things or something. How does this work? I think that does it. I get 7 buys. I really only need 1 for the duchy, I guess. I wish I knew what my remaining cards were a little bit better. I guess it's like coppers in the farming and the university. I think this is fine. let me check. I can get $6 more. And I have, or I can get one more, I can remodel one thing for a province. And then gain a gold gives me 9, which can be spent on 2 death carts. Maybe this doesn't work. Two death carts leave 6. Ooh, this doesn't work. Here I thought it worked and it doesn't. Unless I'm bad at counting. What I needed to do, I did not think of this, but what I needed to do, actually, I believe, well, maybe I can do it another way. If I get all the money here, I'll have 7 buys and I'll have $15. Which could empty things, but will not win. Did I need to use that last governor not for draw? Was that the ticket? The wisp had to find the university, which wouldn't have happened. I can remodel the exorcist into a gold. That's stupid. That does nothing. I'm gonna have 7 buys. I think I probably needed to be a little bit more conservative about the end plane and waited on that potentially. I don't think even gaining a death cart really helps me. I think it's just over. Yeah. That's just not. If I had a way to score, it would also have required him not trashing anything for points. Oh, I can double province, but that's not gonna save me from him piling out and winning. Unless he has a really bad turn, which is, I guess, not impossible. I mean, is that what I need to play to? 7 buys. Is there anything? No. If the death cart reveals like a ruined library, not a ruined library, a ruined market, it still doesn't work. So that was, yeah, gaining this marker just was a stupid thing. If he's discarding a governor, that's not promising for my chances, I wouldn't say. I would say just the opposite. Well, I could kill the exorcist now. It's not doing much for me. What was I gonna do here? I was gonna do this to a province and this. I guess he doesn't have a lot of golds, but he can obtain them. He doesn't need golds, I guess. He has farmlands. So that's one way for him to empty the provinces. I guess if he's remodeling, in theory I can turn my whole hand into VP and he can't, like, technically win. So now he's only got 2 governors left. Well, he's certainly going for some ending here. Oh, that was the end of his actions? Does he already... Well... Does he already have the win? He can't already have the win, can he? I guess it looks okay for me now. I didn't toss out too much good stuff, really. So I should be able to get the death cards on my turn. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's like guaranteeing I won't do it. But nonetheless, now it's considerably easier. I just have to get to the universities. Really? Since I don't have to score anything. Okay, so he didn't make it. That was weird. His deck couldn't... I guess he just had a really rotten draw. Or maybe I forced him... Yeah, I mean, that is equivalent to having a really rotten draw, but... I mean, he must have... yeah, I could quit playing this stuff out. okay. I didn't expect to win that one. That was a little cleaner. I don't know if that's really enough to explain it, but maybe it was he got a really bad last turn, or maybe it was something like he said, he played it badly. I don't know. It felt like I was totally lost after I didn't have the win. And I think there was a way to maybe play my turn to get the win, either saving the imp for a remodel target or something. But I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'm happy to get out with 4-2, although I could have won well, that one match he beat me up, and then but the other game I lost, I don't remember it, but I feel like I could have won it. Oh, is that counts for him? Nah, he did better than me on both of those. There's no question there. Anyway, thank you all for watching and listening. And if you want to wake up in the morning, I'm going to play my World Cup match then at 14 UTC. So anyway, I'll see you all later.